Hi, my name is Corinne Francisco, and today I will be presenting my informative speech for Communications 231. My audience today is my dad. Okay, there are two things you need to survive: food and water. Food has been developing over the last thousands of years, and since the last 20 years, we have been creating healthy food in not so healthy ways. Food can be healthy when we use the resources we have to help prepare them in a way that is healthy. When foods are grown and cooked, they do experience new flavors and nutrients. When foods are cooked, they do end up losing some of the nutrients they do have when they're raw. So green beans are a good example of this. They're high in vitamin A and calcium. When green beans are water boiled, they do end up losing most of their nutrients into the water that they're boiled in, causing the green bean to just have no nutrients. When the vegetable is stir fried or like pan seared, it does retain most of its nutrients, as well as causing the green bean to have new flavors with it. Some other ways is citrus foods like lemons and oranges do lose a lot of their nutrients in water, so having a lemon water or orange water allows the fruits to lose their vitamins into the water and be absorbed by drinking it. When foods are cooked, they do end up changing flavors with the seasonings and oils used. Some of the like the butters used can be bad if they do have a high intake. Butter is one of those that have that do cause high cholesterol and cause heart failure. There are also some not so good foods such as sweets and candies that are high in sugar. High in sugar foods are not just sweets, but they are things like flavored coffees and such. Some condiments such as ketchup and mustard are high in sugar. Some of these affects our mood, energy, and bloating that causes your body, when having a high sugar intake, to do those things. In long term, you do gain weight, have a higher blood pressure, and can cause diabetes with a high sugar intake. There are some natural foods that are bad for your body, such as white bread that does contain a refined grain, that spikes your blood pressure. French fries and potatoes do end up having a bad, are not so good for you once they are cooked, but as a natural potato, they do have good nutrients for your body. There are many healthier ways to cook some of your foods, such as eating them just plain raw or stir frying and roasting them. Squash is a good example of this. They're high in vitamin A, and when they're specifically blanched, which is boiling the vegetable and then dunking it in an ice bath to stop the cooking process, does allow most of the nutrients to stay inside the vegetable itself. With strawberries, they in a pastry, they do end up losing the majority of their vitamin C, but when they're eaten raw, you do gain most of that. Asparagus are a good exception to this. They are a very dense food, which when they are eaten raw, you don't gain any of the nutrients, but when they are stir fried in a nice oil, they do gain more flavors, and your body is able to gain some of the nutrients that they do have. There are many healthier alternatives to butter. Rather than using butter in a saute, you can use an oil, as well as in a baking and in a baking or in a pastry or cake, you can use an applesauce, Greek yogurt, or mashed bananas instead of a butter. There are many ways to have balanced meals as well that do help your body gain all of the nutrients it needs, such as the healthy plate, which is a process where it splits your meal into half your plate being fruits and vegetables, a quarter being whole grains, a quarter being proteins, and then plant oils if needed, and a water and tea on the side. This helps to nourish your body in all the ways that it can be in having a healthy meal. These healthy foods do take work to keep healthy, but if you put in the effort too, you do gain a lot. Ways to prepare foods in healthier ways are endless, and balancing your food intake does allow your body to flourish fully.